it's Abby Glassenberg from Craft Industry Alliance. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. We are here live every Wednesday for our member spotlight, where we have the opportunity to drop in on one of our incredible Craft Industry Alliance members and learn more about their business. And today we're going to be joined by Maude MacDonald. Maude is from the Retro Quilter, and she makes the most beautiful patterns. She's got an incredible aesthetic. I had the chance to meet Maude in person at H&H Americas in June, and it was so awesome to see her there and get to know her a little bit. And she's also been a Craft Industry Alliance member for a while now, so that has been awesome too. Go through and let's see, you can pop on here. Okay. So one other thing. Oh, there's Maude. There you are. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Abby?
Good. Good to see you again. Always nice to have the opportunity to chat with you. You've been at some of our roundtables, and I was saying I had the opportunity to meet you in person at H&H Americas in Chicago, which was awesome. So I'd love to learn a little bit about you and about your history as a quilting pattern designer.
Well, thanks so much for having me, Abby. It was so awesome to meet you at H&H Americas. Like, it was literally the best time. I had so much fun. Can't wait to go again. So a little bit about me. I actually am Canadian. I live in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada with my family. And I haven't actually been quilting for that long. When I first started sewing in general, my husband knew more about sewing than I did. He was actually the one showing me how to thread the machine and everything. And I kind of fell into it accidentally. I don't come from like a family of quilters or anything. It was, I needed a present for my dad, and he's like the worst to shop for. So I was like, he's got all these t-shirt quilts. I'll make a t-shirt quilt. How hard can that be? Right? We know the answer to that, don't we? And so like that was it. Then I was hooked, and we know how that goes, right? And I have always been a fan of retro style and thrifting and vintage and all of that. I think it comes from my dad actually being like a real hippie, and he's got stories that would blow you away. And my grandma was actually an antique dealer. So the two things kind of combined, it kind of makes sense for me that I would be in love with this sort of thing. And yeah, so I kind of just mushed the two together, this love of retro and vintage and things with my love of quilting, and you got me, the retro quilter, and that was that.
And it's one thing to fall in love with quilting after admittedly taking on a very difficult project unknowingly, which is to make a t-shirt quilt. But it's another thing to want to turn that into a job. So what kind of work were you doing prior to this, and how did you transition this into actually being a business?
Okay, so my background is actually, I used to do hair and makeup. At the time that I started quilting, it was just before lockdown and COVID and things really hit, and I was in the throes of I was thinking I was going to be some sort of an accountant, just because I wanted a change. And then that was thrown into, learning online. And the only thing I could think about was quilting. Right? So I thought, why am I doing this? It doesn't make me happy. I need to do the quilting. How can I make this sustainable? Because we know that it's expensive even as a hobby.
It is.
And it began like a lot of people do, selling quilts, doing things on commissions and things of the sort. But I found that to be very draining. when you're doing other people's styles and the things that don't necessarily make you light up, it can be taxing, even though you are doing the actual activity that you love. And so I just tried making my own pattern. It didn't go so well. And then I found the Quilter's Candy pattern writing course, and then just things sort of fell into place as they do, luckily. And that's sort of how things came to be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And it's great to take a course. It saves you so much time and, going on YouTube and searching and trying to figure out how things are done. If you can just learn from an expert who really can show you step by step. So that was probably a really good investment in your own learning and growth as far as being able to make this into a business. So describe what the business is now, what kind of products you offer, whether you teach, all of that sort of thing.
Well, it's always evolving, isn't it? Right. Now it is mainly PDF patterns. I've just recently gotten picked up by a couple of distributors. And so I am selling some paper patterns as well and trying to grow that aspect of things. And I've started teaching as well, which I am really, really loving. It's funny how the things that you didn't think you would do are the things that you end up loving. I don't know. So I'm teaching, and actually coming up in early November, I'll be teaching for Quilt Fusion with the Creative Spark folks. So that's going to be really fun.
That's great. And that's virtual. So people can tune in virtually and learn from you that way. That's awesome. Yeah. So, and how many patterns do you have that you either as PDF or print now? Is it quite a few?
It's 7.
That's great.
It's
wow.
7. I know. And really, I only started just last year with putting my patterns out there. So one is free. That one's called Stellar. You can go to my website, get it for free, put in your email, all that jazz. And the rest are paid patterns. I like to do a little variety of the skill level so that there's something there for everyone. Most of them involve curves. So there are a few things that I like to incorporate with my templates and stuff like that to give a little leeway. And that is generally what I teach is curves, because I just love them and they give that retro cool effect, right?
They really do. Yeah. Do you have any samples or anything? I don't know if you do that are like right near you. You can show us.
Yes, I brought up the whole gamut here.
Woo,
so
okay.
Let's flip this over. So this one, no one's actually seen this one yet. I haven't even trimmed it yet. I just finished quilting it. It is my newest pattern called 70s Sun. Can you hear me, Abby?
Yes, we can totally hear you. Oh, wow.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So this one, I'm starting a quilt along on Friday. It is really beginner friendly. The bigger the curve, the easier it is.
Right.
And it's so fast that we are actually going to make our whole quilt top over this weekend. So there's another version.
Oh, it's so pretty. I love, it's a sphere on the left and then it's straight on the right. Yeah. That's awesome. And that would look so good on a bed. Like one of the things that I love about your quilts is they're actually like really usable, like bold, modern design that you can just make and put on a bed and make a real splash in a room.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's awesome. All right, so that one you can make in a weekend together as part of a quilt along. So that's awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, this one is a little bit harder. This one's called Funkadelic.
And it's gorgeous and reminds me of a lava lamp. I love it.
Yes, that is totally, I love that you said that. And this one I actually haven't even posted yet. I had to do the rounded corners because it just dance with the rounded things. So this one's more of the advanced level, for the sheer amount of all the half circles. A popular one that I did earlier on this year was called Pop and Posies.
Wow, look at that.
And this one is, I think it's really great for a confident beginner because the posies, they are made up of 4 drunkards paths. So depending on the size, like it's not nearly as many curves as some of my other patterns.
Right.
And then of course you have the check and stuff that
right, which is
really
so beautiful and bold together. I mean, the combination is just awesome. It's so beautiful.
So one pattern that not many people actually know is this one's called Retro Ribbon.
Wow, look at that. It's so 70s. It's like right out of my 70s bedroom when I was a kid.
I'm loving that. That is totally my jam and what I'm after. So this one here, if you can kind of see, this is the main block here. And so it's just rotated to create this sort of pinwheel. But you can also do it just straight across, and it has a different effect like that too, and it makes it really fun. So that one's Retro Ribbon. This one I came out with, this was my big hit last year, called Retro Daisy.
Oh, wow. And this one's got print. I mean, you don't use a ton of print. You use a lot of solids, but this one is incorporating some prints.
Yeah. There's, I've been really into using kind of like blenders. So the Pop and Posies one, for example, that's all from Starry, the Starry collection, the whole thing is Starry. I really love how like the different colors give it movement, even though it's all the same sort of blending pattern. Anyway, yeah, so this is totally maximalist vibes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Totally.
So that one, this is an applique. This one's actually really great for quilt as you go method, and you can actually make the petals and the centers 3D if you want. So the instructions for 3D applique are with the pattern, just to make it funsies. This is the Stellar pattern that I mentioned. This is the free one.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So this here also comes in what I've referred to as an inclusive colorway. So for the LGBTQIA+, and so it just has like the inclusive colorway instructions included with that, because I like to support as well.
Yeah, that's great. Exactly. So if you want to make a pride quilt, this is going to be a great way to do that. Yeah, I made a pride quilt before. It's a really good thing to do, and the colors are amazing. So yeah, that's great.
And who doesn't love a rainbow? And actually, speaking of rainbows, this is my very first pattern that I developed in the Quilter's Candy Pattern Writing course.
Okay. Oh yeah, and it's got curves right from the start.
Yeah. Yep. And so this one is called Boogie Nights.
I mean, it would just be so pretty on a bed. I love it.
Yes. It really looks nice, like in an ombre colorway. I just did, there's Figo Fabrics did one in their Space Dye woven.
Space Dye are so pretty.
Oh,
yes.
It's incredible, and they're so soft. And so I just wanted to show you real quick too. This is what I teach. So this is what I do in my curves workshop is 3 different methods of curves, and you would make one of these little pillows. But also, like, you can just take those templates that would be included in any of these, really, and you can reuse them to make like a fun, scrappy Drugger's Path block.
Yeah.
And I really like the reusing things. So then I actually reuse it, the template again. and use it as a guide to mark for my quilting lines, because now I love hand
I was
quilting
gonna
too.
say this would look really good too with like some big stitch
Yes.
quilting. Yeah, that's beautiful. Totally.
Yeah, so that's all the things that I have for you. I've got a big folder.
Thank you for the tour. That is so great. I hope everybody can get inspired and see how gorgeous Maude's patterns are and sense of design and color. They're just gorgeous. And did you make that sweater? Did you buy that from somebody? Because like
I
they're
always
all
get asked.
transferred.
I always get asked. I love this thing. I am not that talented. I did not make. I did not make this. This is from a Canadian shop called Honeybee. BEA is how you spell it. And they are one of those fantastic shops that take like discarded Afghans
Yeah.
and things like that and give them life again. So this is sort of my little, I live in this thing. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's so gorgeous. Good recommendation too. Yeah, that's
Thanks.
great. Well, Maude, this has been super great. I think it's also really encouraging for people who are maybe like, I need a career change. Is it too late for me to get into the craft world, to start a business, to succeed, to stand out? And I think you're somebody who came in recently. You said it's not even been 2 years, and you have 7 patterns, you're teaching, you know, you're going to the trade shows, you're involved, and I feel like it's just encouraging for people who are like, I'm not sure if there's room for me. You know, there is room for you,
Oh
and
my
you're proof.
gosh.
Yes.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better. And thank you for that. But you know, like if it is really what you want to do and you're passionate about it and it's like you can feel it in your heart, that will direct you. You know, like I feel, yes, there are things about business and work and things that you don't like to do, of
Of
course.
course.
But this is my everyday, and that is really, really lucky. And like I don't know, I feel fortunate and I have the drive. So I just keep trying
Totally.
to make things happen.
And the
Yeah.
talent. I mean, truly, it's really, your work stands out. I see a lot of modern quilts and modern quilters, and your work definitely is cohesive, it's recognizable and stands out. And I think it's just really beautiful. We really value having you as a member, and thank you for taking us on a little tour today.
Oh, well, you're so sweet, Abby. Thanks so much for having me, and thanks for everything that you do in the Craft Industry Alliance. It's such a fabulous group to be a part of, and honestly, it's so helpful. So thank you for doing all the things as well.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you everybody who joined us today, and we'll see you next week, same time, same place. Bye
Bye.
everybody. Bye Maude. Take care.